My name is Gideon Ampeire. I have lived in the US for more than now 10 years. I came in 2004. It was an exciting time for me because I always wanted to go to the US. So, when I came, most people I met were very welcoming. I had a nice community I lived with, I worked with, and this was in South Windham. So really, I pretty much knew everyone I was working with, very tight community. So, and there was a bunch of international people. So we had to be nice, and then, they were nice to us. I applied to go to UConn. So then I joined UConn for my undergraduate studies. I finished UConn in 2008. And as I was finishing UConn, I applied to Wesleyan University in Middletown for my graduate studies in ethnomusicology. I just learned that when you take time, explain yourself, hopefully people will understand where you're coming from. I like to think of myself as a cultural relativist, so I like to put myself in the other person's shoe before I make conclusions. In 2015, I met Mike Cardozo. Me and him went to the same school, Wesleyan University. We met in 2015. He lives in Northampton. He's a guitarist and a producer. But one thing I liked about Mike is that we both shared this bond of having started with our West Africa, and then Ruston Kirk, who's our bass player, he went to Berklee School of Music in Massachusetts. And then Cade Perkins is also a drummer, but he's based in Northampton. One thing about us is that we really all get along well, kind of the energy just flows naturally. And we're all curious. We want to explore, what can we do with the different backgrounds that we're bringing at the table. So Zikina is, so there's multiple ways that you can kind of interpret the word. One way is the Zikina being a Kiswahili word. In Kiswahili, we have a word that we use to refer to music, which is muziki, M-U-Z-I-K-I. So I took that word muziki, took out M-U, and then combined I-N-A, ina, which is my mother tongue. Ina means four. So if you think of a quartet, if you take the quartet, the Western word for quartet, and then Zikina for musicians, it translates as a band of four musicians. One thing I like our band, it's diverse. And then when you hear our sound, it's different. And some of the stories I tell, they are from long time ago. Right? They have a lot of meaning and implications for the community. So sometimes you're learning about your ethnic group. Where did the people in your area, where did they come from? Right? So if you listen to some of these stories or Ebievgo recitations, you can learn a lot from them. In the tradition where you have written, where the tradition is mostly written down, you can just go to the library and look up, where's my grandparents coming from? In this tradition I come from, most people just hear the stories from the older generations. So there's that respectful sort of chain of transferring knowledge from one generation to another. Zikina is a group of people who come from across continents and cultures to show that despite all the forces in the world that emphasize our differences, we can come together to make something beautiful and new. It doesn't take long if you're listening to our music to kind of get you going, clapping, connecting with people around you. That's our whole goal, to bring people together